tonight, the matter took a far more personal and nastier turn. Chrisean Rock's recent return to the public eye has included a mystery book, CPS troubles, and yeah, those infamous stinky feet. Hold on, because things are about to get messy. What began as a few rumors on social media has now escalated into a massive incident, the type in which timelines shift every second. Christian's songs and her usual pranks with Blueface are no longer the primary topic of discussion. Now, this is a problem on a family level. Court proceedings, private recordings, and rumors concerning custody. Christopher E. Every move is analyzed. Therefore, use single quotes. From sensitive phone calls being leaked to blogs being inundated with anonymous tips. She feels the sense that the walls are closing in around her. Just as everyone was getting comfortable, a new performer tipped the stage. Chrisean baffled Blueface's mother. For Chrisean was mainly silent for months, leaving just cryptic comments here and there. She is now tasked with furiously stirring the stirring the floor pot, dropping hints, uttering half-truths, and finally speaking up in a way that grabs everyone's attention. According to insiders, Chrisean is no longer just watching from the sidelines. She's accused of pulling strings, allowing some bloggers access to insider information while keeping the best pieces for herself. And if the information from the sources is correct, the true story is far more shocking than what has previously been shared on blogs. First and foremost, there have been whispers for weeks that CPS will pay a visit to Christian's family. Initially, it sounded like pure hearsay. Another headline was crafted to increase traffic, despite recent sources indicating that case files may be open. Concerns were raised, according to individuals familiar with the situation, not only regarding Christian's personal life, but also about who is around her child. Claimed late-night parties, dodgy connections, and yes, even records delivered directly to the police that portray less than ideal conditions. What's the cause of all this? Karlisa's name keeps coming up. Some accuse her of making the calls. Some say she is simply embellishing current events. In any event, she is ensuring that her voice is heard right now. From strange Instagram posts to intense lifestyles, she talks about the reality behind the scenes, and Karlissa appears to be determined to take control of the story, or at the very least to ensure that her point of view is not overlooked. And now for the unexplained boo. As if that wasn't enough. While the custody issue has dominated the internet, another narrative line has been slowly forming. According to accounts, Christian was spotted with a new individual. The enthusiasm is palpable despite the fact that there are no good photos, yet only grainy snapshots and hazy recordings. Individuals are already worrying about the identity of this unknown man, the potential gravity of the issue, and the consequences for her already difficult relationship with Blueface. Because, let's face it, relationships and love aren't the only issues being discussed these days. It concerns public opinion, finances, and alliances. People benefit from the drama in a culture where followers equate influence, and influence equals money. Every post, new relationship, and rumor contributes to a greater machine. The new marketing campaign has gone viral. However, when a child or young person faces real life, it ceases to be mere entertainment. Things begin to seem heavy at that moment. What began as a celebrity headline now has practical implications. Court hearings, custody decisions, and family strife that extend beyond Instagram and into the legal sphere. Insiders close to both sides believe that the situation is more precarious than everyone thinks. Some say that Chrisean are seeking to gain working behind the scenes, improving her intelligence, protecting her social circle, and severing relationships with those who do not care for her. Others argue that because it's all she's ever known, she continues to act carelessly and allow the wrong energy in. Whether you like Karlissa or not, one thing is certain, she isn't holding back. It's unclear if she does it out of concern for her grandchild, animosity for Christian, or a simple need for attention. At any rate, her participation has made an already complex situation much more complex. Only the surface, the clickbait headline, and the occasional screenshot are presented on the blogs. However, experts suggest that there is more boiling beneath the surface. Unspoken family discord, financial disagreements, and even potential restraining orders are being addressed privately. The question now is, how far will this go? When does it become a cautionary tale and stop being just drama? Christians are at a turning point. Either get caught up in the frenzy or take a pause to focus on something more essential than the news items. Chrisean is no different. Continue to fuel the fires or contemplate whether a family this openly split will ever find harmony. Also, all viewers should refresh their feeds. Another quiet query is running in the background. Are we merely here to observe the "is it a mess," or are we rooting for someone to get out of it? Because a child is at the center of all this. And it is the element that should never be forgotten no matter how widely circulated the headlines are. Is Christian's capacity to be a father seriously in doubt? Is all of this heat truly about her new relationship? Furthermore, who's sharing private information such as the widely circulated story regarding her feet? This story is going to take a twist, so stay tuned. Turns out no one expected, receipts, deceit, and a surprise that utterly changes everything. Every time Chrisean Rock becomes famous, you know things are going to become ugly. Her life has been a roller coaster of sadness and scandal, spanning from stunning Instagram feeds to viral fistfights. Tonight, however, things are different. The stakes are higher. The cast has expanded, and the secrets are nastier than ever. Let us dissect Chrisean Rock, the unapologetic chaos queen. She's battled Blueface physically and emotionally in front of millions of people. Their relationships have included mugshots, YouTube sagas, Instagram rants, and pure reality show madness. However, there is always a crowd for a nasty girl. Some are supporting her, while others are appealing to CPS to intervene. Love, hate, and receipts abound on her social media accounts. She becomes a mommy on live one day. She then battles strangers. By night, she's releasing information about Blueface's mother, Karlissa Saffold, hip-hop's unofficial drama MVP, and a new mystery man. Chrisean Mouth is as well known as her sons. She has lambasted Chrisean since the beginning, questioning her parenting, holding her responsible for Blueface's difficulties, and saying in publicly posted tweets that she is unfit to be a mother. Chrisean is hardly a saint, however. She has had her fair share of scandals, including disagreements with her son, vengeance against trolls, and family outbursts. Captured on film. Chrisean was blamed after it was reported that CPS had been contacted. About Chrissy. Blogs erupted when an unnamed source claimed she made the call herself. Whispers continued to spread for weeks. Was the infant unattended? Was it just smoke and clickbait, or were drugs used? Then, just as the CPS drama reaches its pinnacle, a new mystery boo appears, cryptic to fuzzy. Instagram faces. Industry insiders say she's stepping up. However, rather than calming the situation, her new companion fueled the fire. Some argue that he is nothing more than a rebound. Others say he's her new guardian. In any event, both Chrisean and Blueface lost it. Blueface is making fun of others. Chrisean accuses Christian of jumping from one man to another. Also, in the the stinking feet story was dropped in the middle of all this. An ex-partner wrote about hip-hop's foulest-smelling toes. She got roasted on TikTok. The memes went viral. Reactors on YouTube had a fantastic time. Petty, perhaps. But in the world of Christians, even the feet become a scandal. All of this did not happen in a vacuum. Christian has used turbulence to battle for her position since the beginning. As money, Blueface and Karlissa alternately expose and enable her. The media chases every headline. However, the ideal storm hit tonight. CPS is probing around. Jealousy is driven by a new man and the slightest details, such as her adversary's Fidus ammo. The explosion was bound to occur. Chrissy Teigen went online to debut her new blue breast shortly before just beyond her door, red lights flashed. A CPS official and police officers knocked. I have the papers. The entire block is observing. Despite her best efforts to seem cool, the panic in her eyes was clear. Comments were exploding. Karlissa dialed the police number. Blueface actually chased CPS. They're aiming to end her life. CPS arrived at the residence this time. Christian's new partner took control, attempting to dismiss it as a miscommunication, but the agency provided screenshots. Claims, neglect, partying, and dangerous circumstances are all addressed in anonymous direct messages. Then the real moment arrived. Christian rushed for the phone. The writing was brief in all caps, but the sender's name was unclear. It was a popular insult she had seen before. That is the only way people write. Essa Carl, Chrisean has gone viral on Instagram. The goal is to bring down a black mother. You all accuse me of breaking the law. I also got receipts. Karlissa delicately fueled the flames by posting a video in which she claimed she did not call CPS and blamed envious fans, angry baby daddies, and Blueface. The twist follows. Screenshots were revealed. A burner account posted DM receipts using the same language Carlos is renowned for. She isn't suitable. The infant is in danger. She wasn't correct. I warned you. Twitter took off. Karlissa was recorded in 4K. Why would? You betray your own grandchild? This family resembles a circus, Ma. No one witnessed what happened next. A second batch of direct messages was released from a completely unrelated account. This one contains photographs, videos, and testimonials from Christian's family members who accuse Karlissa of stalking, harassing, and inciting strangers to notify CPS, even offering them advice on what they should say. Tonight, the story took an unexpected turn. The issue just worsened. Chrisean Rock is back in the spotlight, this time not because of their music, but because of the instability in their personal lives. CPS is involved, an unidentified boyfriend. Indeed, the internet has gone crazy about those notoriously foul-smelling feet. But wait, everything balances out. Is Chrisean really unsuitable? Mom, is the heat actually from her new relationship? Furthermore, who is releasing her personal information, particularly the widely reported story regarding her feet? Let us dissect everything. Chrisean Rock is infamous for brawls, chaos, and media attention. She swings from being a mother on live to arguing with strangers and no hinting at a new man. Karlissa Saffold, on the other hand, is known for her wild personality and loud voice. Since the first day, she's been bashing Chrisean. Everyone blamed her when the CPS rumors started. Is that just more smoke, or did she make the call? Then it went to a new level. Police and CPS came to Chrisean's door just as she was introducing her new boyfriend Liv. Cameras rolling, papers in hand, and the entire block watching. You could see it on her face, even if she attempted to ignore it. Fear, the remarks were wild. Karlissa dialed the police number. After sending CPS after her, Blueface began using Karlissa's trademark words in receipts such as screenshots, DMs, and conversations. However, just so they thought they had the truth, a second batch of communications alleging Karlissa had set Chrisean up emerged from a separate account. The internet was suddenly unclear about who to trust. Was Karlissa the antagonist or the victim of arrangement? Blue rushed in Liv, partly to blame Chrisean and the new person and partly to protect his mother. He is also not clean, it turns out. Before the infamous foot video, there were previous tweets, a mugshot, and even leaked DMs insulting Chrisean behind her back. Her own lover is claimed to have captured the moment on video and posted it online. Chrisean initially laughed it off, but when she realized it was her man who had videotaped it, she broke down, went live again, erased photographs of him, unfollowed individuals, and left a message. People close to you are continually influenced. The cops initiated a true investigation, not just rumors, but actual law enforcement, just as things couldn't get any messier. CPS officers visit her home twice a week and squads patrol her neighborhood. Karlissa posted an emotional video. All I want is for the baby to be safe. Some described her as the ultimate manipulator, while others believed her. Celebrities offered their voices. A few the most shocking revelation came when several people defended Chrisean and told her to get her act together. A folder containing evidence was made available via a blog, both authentic and false. Aside from alleged abuse, disorganized house photos and party recordings, there are also false screenshots, DMs, and tips. Nobody knew what to believe anymore. Comment wars broke out. Chrisean is a casualty. Karlissa is manipulating everything. Blues simply see the world in flames. The final voice memo was then leaked. It wasn't only about parenting anymore. Chrisean murmured, "They want to take my baby, but I have dirt on all of them. Don't push me." It was all about control, power, and retribution. A dot. Finally, the tense ending. A formal hearing has been arranged by CPS. Karlissa has received a subpoena. Blueface is brought in for interrogation. Chrisean's boyfriend is being probed as a result of deceptive reports. A dot. Furthermore, one member of the family is expected to turn on the others next week. Everyone has something to lose right now after the CPS hearing has been announced. The internet becomes an open war. Trends on Twitter explode. Fruitress and Marissa disclose the hashtag BLFace family conflict. Each parenting influencer and hip-hop fan gossip blog makes a choice. Some believe it is simply a jealous family setting up a young mother. Those who deem her toxic believe it is time for someone else to take control. Karlissa is a traitor. Blueface is untidy. The infant must be protected from each of them. YouTubers spend hours scrutinizing every rumor and leak. Tweet, live broadcast, and half-heard voice in the background of a video serve as evidence in public opinion tribunals. The thumbnails prominently feature words like breaking, exclusive, and new receipts. Thousands of people are glued to their screens, caught between obsession and skepticism. Shin is defended by some. In a field that thrives on black women's failure, she is fighting for her survival. She is believed to be a product of her environment, growing up in a chaotic environment and now trying to survive in a system that was never supposed to keep someone like her secure. They discuss her past, her previous difficulties, and how the limelight highlights all of her flaws. Those voices see Chrisean as more than just a celebrity. She is an example of how individuals make snap decisions without knowing all the information. Others, however, pull her without hesitation. Too much confusion and too many receipts. Anyone else is a better option for that infant. There is no reason for this camp. In their opinion, the recordings, altercations, and dangerous living conditions all point to the same conclusion. Someone else should take over. They do not view CPS as the evil guy. Acts as a last option for a vulnerable child caught up in adult conflict. Parenting experts also weigh in on court-style debates that resemble full-fledged trials, highlighting signs of mental instability or neglect. On-air therapists examine Chrisean's actions as if diagnosing a patient through a phone screen. Real lawyers explain CPS procedures, custody guidelines, and the actions required to remove a child from a parent's care. The conversations get heated. Does CPS go far enough or too far? According to one side, CPS only appears when there is public outcry and cameras are rolling, implying that everything is staged. The alternative opinion claims that smoke cannot exist without fire, and hence nobody should be excused from accountability, simply because they are popular. When a child's well-being is at issue, the question becomes quieter and more important. Is this how hip-hop has influenced court hearings, CPS, and family dramas? Hip-hop used to be all about the music bars, beats, and fights. However, reality television gradually infiltrated rap. Fame developed into its own game, and social media mixed with personal life. Now, not only concerning who is the topic of the most recent dispute, who has the sexiest verses, and who is popular. A dot, or is this simply due to celebrity taking precedence over all other considerations? Hip-hop is no longer relevant for some people. There is more to it than that. It is about how these stories are absorbed by our entire culture, changing real people's lives into material, clicks, and streams, and benefiting from someone else's failure. Furthermore, as the world talks and analyzes, TikTok parodies of Chrisean courtroom meltdown become popular even before the hearing begins, owing to how messy, convoluted, and tragically human Chrisean real life is. Chrisean parodies on the witness stand have gone viral as well. Even memes about foul-smelling feet are often used as trial visuals. A dot, legends in the industry cannot keep quiet. We used to battle on wax, now we battle in court. Culture's lost its mind, writes the first female rapper on social media. A significant label. If you're under contract, keep in mind that public drama has a cost, one CEO tweets. While all is going on, Chrisean fanbase, the rock stars, is organizing. They use the hashtag #ProtectChrisE, threaten Karissa's DME, and threaten to reveal Blueface's secrets if he speaks up in court. Chrisean followers clap, claiming that she is only defending her granddaughter and that if Chrisean had his act together, no one would have commented. Blueface continues to attempt to play both sides. Media outlets go bananas as he alternates between subtweeting about loyalty and liking tweets that mock both his mother and his baby mama. Mainstream media picks up the story and invites psychiatrists and legal analysts, while TMZ releases a court-seating chart that teases which celebrities may attend to support which side. And the messiest part comes when a fan account leaks a Putative witness list. As the court date approaches, everyone is waiting to see who will lose it. Is expected to testify, claiming to have video footage showing who phoned CPS first. According to another source, Chrisean's new partner promises to divulge even more family secrets if he is subpoenaed. The discussion has gone from Chrisean to dysfunctional families, internet fame, hip-hop turmoil, and what happens when your child is declared public property. On the day of the CPS hearing, everything is in full disarray. Supporters pack the sidewalks, bloggers broadcast live from the steps. Chrisean enters the courthouse, the anxiety is palpable, and Chrisean is overjoyed. But who will be exposed? And what secret is so significant that it has the potential to permanently end this family and the entire saga? Enters with supporters at his side, Blueface arrives late, the entourage follows, and Christian's new guy is in the gallery ready for war. The drama begins immediately as the court sets the rules. No outbursts, no recordings, and no social media. However, everyone knows that secrets in this family never stay hidden for long. So in the middle of everything, the first bombshell is dropped. A court. The judge frowns and demands proof before twisting the facts as the official stands up and begins reciting a timeline of CPS tips. A number of calls, some from private numbers, some tracked back to burner phones, but one tip is associated with a real name. The number corresponds to a gadget registered in Karlissa's name. Gasps flood the courtroom and Karlissa appears to be about to faint. "It wasn't me," she insisted. "That phone has been stolen for months." Ian erupts, screaming, wailing, and denouncing Chris as a traitor and a clout chaser. However, things grow worse when an unexpected witness takes the stand. Christian's new guy is taken to the stand, and rather than shielding her, he admits under oath that he made one of the CPS calls himself. He claimed he was trying to keep the infant safe after witnessing so much chaos. As the courtroom explodes, admirers outside spread the word, and the entire family is set up by media Blueface. Christian's new man could have been framed or snitched on. Karlissa caught in 4K. The judge knocks the gavel and orders a recess as attorneys yell and family members start hurling insults across the aisle. As the hearing concludes for the day, the court makes one final announcement. Further witnesses will be called. The secret recordings that are still awaiting replay.